Hey guys, Ashley D. Will here, and today I want to go over a topic called focus and distractions. Focus and distractions, okay? The Lord has been training me in this area for many years, and so I want to share some of the things that He's taught me. Okay, so I want to go over a few things, and then I want to show you a video, 3-minute video, and then we'll talk some more. Okay, so the first point I want to make is that, okay, what is your focus? Let's define focus. Focus is where you want to go. Focus is, as a man thinks, so is he. Focus is where you look is where you go, okay? Your focus is where you're going to go and what you're going to become. Because what you focus on is what you become like, right? Okay, and then what are distractions? Distractions are things that keep you from getting to your destination. Distractions are things that keep you from your focus, right? So they're kind of opposite. A focus and a distraction, those can be in opposition to each other. Now, spiritually, get this. Spiritually, the more important your destination, the more tempting the distractions will be. That is spiritually how it works. Okay? So I want to, in this video I'm going to show you, it is a video of my husband, the former caveman. If you've seen some of my other videos, he's a former caveman. And in this video you will see how cavemanish he used to be. But it is a video of him, and it's him on a dirt bike, a motorcycle, with all his gear on, and he's got a webcam on his helmet. And he starts the race, and he's going in the woods. And the woods are, some places are more open and sparsely planted with or grown with trees, but other areas are very tight with trees. And so I'm showing you this video to help you see just the whole dynamic of focus and distractions, because the trail obviously is your focus. The motorcycle wants to go on the trail and the rider wants to go on the trail, but the trail is very curvy and it meanders all over the place, and the trees are the distraction. Okay, the trees are lined up all along the side of the trail. And when the trail curves, you can't see it, but you can just see the trees. So the point that I'm trying to show you in this video is through his eyes, he's got the webcam on, you can see in order for him to stay on the trail, he has to focus on the trail. The trail is kind of like the straight and narrow, right? The trail is kind of like the straight and narrow path that we walk in the Lord, right? And what are all the trees? The trees are like the little lures that the enemy dangles around us and says, ooh, come look at this. Ooh, isn't this better than where you're trying to go? You know, he's always bombarding us with these distractions and things. So the trail is the focus, is the straight and narrow, is the Lord. Focusing on the Lord and staying on that path. And the trees are all the distractions, the darts that the enemy, the media, the cell phones, and all of this 3-ring, 10-ring circus that we live in today. And so then, of course, we can reason from that if we focus on the trail, we're going to stay on the trail and we're going to make progress and we're going to win the race, right? But if we focus on the trees, what are we going to do? We're going to crash into the tree, because what you focus on is where you go. So if you focus on the trail, you're going to go on the trail. If you focus on the trees, you're going to crash into the trees. And that was one of the main primary principles that they told him about in the very beginning, is keep your eyes on the trail. In the sports arena, keep your eyes on the ball. Spiritually, you keep your eyes on the Lord. This is just how it works. So in the focus in this race the focus is constant. There's never a moment that the rider looks away from the trail. Why? Because in his mind, he's looking ahead of where he really is. because he wants to stay on the trail. If his mind is only right in front of him, he's not going to be consistent. His mind has to be focused on the trail and ahead of where he wants to go, because that's where he's going to go, is where he's focused. Okay? So his focus is constant and his focus is refined. You can see when you watch the video that it's refined focus. Okay? It's very refined, and his focus is relentless. He never takes his eyes off the trail or he will crash and get hurt. Okay? Let's do a couple more points and then I'm going to show you the video, okay? So these are just some principles that you can go by. The tighter your focus is on what you want, the less tempting the distractions are going to be. Because when your focus is refined and tight on what you want, the distractions are there in your peripheral vision, but your focus is so refined on the trail or the goal that you're not noticing those distractions in your peripheral vision. You know how when you look at something, you put your eyes dead on, say, this video, but in your peripheral vision, without moving your eyes, you can still see other things out there and you can focus on them while your eyes are still ahead. Well, I'm saying that won't happen after a certain point in the refinement of your focus. You won't even see those outer distractions. They really won't be there because your brain won't be focusing on them. Your brain and your eyes will be focusing on the trail or the whatever the focus is. And then likewise, the longer your focus on this trail or this narrow path or the Lord, the more comfortable resisting the distractions becomes. Because, like I said, your peripheral vision is acknowledging them, but it's not focusing on them. It's kind of saying, yeah, but I'm focused here. They don't grab you so quickly and so easily. And so the reward of the focus is growth, empowerment, and freedom. And remember, the trees and the distractions of life will always be there. Always be there. Whether you go this way, or back that way, or 100 miles down the road, or up into outer space, there are going to be distractions wherever you go. And it's only you that can choose to focus where you want to go, refine your focus, and get there. Okay? Anytime you focus on the distractions, you are going to either be detoured or you're going to crash. So it's a constant. It's never going to change. That will always be there. So it's your decision what you want to do. Okay? Let's watch the video now, and then we'll come back and talk some more about focus and distractions.
You know how long this is? 8 miles. 8 miles.
How many?
8.
Okay, did you watch the video? It was the 3-minute clip of my husband in the woods riding a dirt bike race. And these races can be for hours, but this one was just kind of a short clip. But anyway, so what did you think about it? Did you see what I'm talking about? How his focus has to be on the trail with all those trees around. If he focuses on a tree, he's going to hit the tree. So that focus on the trail and ahead of where you want to go keeps you very locked in to a good place. So in doing that, he's choosing to focus his eyes and mind, not just his eyes, but his mind too, down the path of where he wants to go. Now get this. Distractions, the trees, they only ensnare you to the extent that you have something in common with them. Distractions only ensnare you to the extent that you have something in common with the distraction. John 14:30 says, Jesus said this, "I will not say much more to you, for the prince of this world is coming. He has no hold over me," and some translations say, "he has nothing in common with me." So there was no overlap between Satan and Jesus, but we have overlap with Satan because we're in this world. We've been born into this world, and he's been working on us our whole lives, right? So the trick is that if you get ensnared with something, the way to unsnare yourself is to deal with whatever is inside you that is in common with this thing. Deal with whatever inside you that is saying, it's okay for me to go off the path and go this way. You deal with that, you'll be free and you can keep going forward. Okay? Hebrews 12:1 says that we are to keep our eyes fixed on Christ. Fixed on Christ. I want to show you something on the board that I just drew. So we have focus and distractions. Here's the trail that you just saw the video of. Trail going down, and it's very curvy. Here are all the distractions all around. These are the trees. So the trail is kind of like the straight and narrow trail of life. The trees are all the temptations, all the distractions, all the meaningless mumbo jumbo that we get dragged down into. And I want to have you take a look at Hebrews 12:2. 12:2. And it says here, looking away. It gives us three main points relative to what I'm talking about here. First, it says looking away from all that distracts. These are the trees, all the things that distract. Look away from all of those to fix your eyes on, to see clearly Jesus, the source and finisher of our faith. So in this little verse here, we have three main points that it gives us in this context of focus and distractions to implement in order to bypass the distractions and stay on the trail. Okay? What is the first one? Look away. Look away from all. Where is it? From all that distracts. Why? When you look away from all that distracts, then it says, fix your eyes on Jesus. If you look away from all that distracts and you permanently, this word means permanently, fix your eyes on Christ, you will be able to see him clearly. That's what the scripture is wanting you to do, is to see Christ clearly in your spirit. See, if you don't look away, then you can't fix your eyes. And if you can't fix your eyes, you're never going to see him clearly. So this is the whole point of the verse. It wants you to be able to see Christ clearly in your spirit. See, you're one spirit with him. That's why the scripture is trying to get you to do this. Look away from all of the nonsense, mumbo jumbo, worldly garbage, and fix your eyes right here. Fix your eyes. And this word means, to fix means, it's like permanently fixing something, like a picture or a mirror that you hang on the wall. You choose where you want to put it, and you measure or whatever. If you have it in a particular place, you put in the nail and you fix it there. And you say, this is where my picture is going to be, or this is where my mirror is going to be, right here. And it stays there. It's fixed. And that's the same word. It's a permanent state. That's the same word that is here when it talks about fixing our eyes on Christ. Because when your eyes are fixed, it's a permanent thing. And this is exactly where you're going to go. You're going to stay right there in the will of God. And not only in the will of God, but your inner man, your inner being is going to be, Christ is going to be revealed to you in the Spirit. Do you know how empowering that is? Do you know how grounding that is? It's unbelievable. So I want to encourage you to whatever is in your life that is distracting you. I'm very easily distracted by things. And that's why the Lord has had to hammer this into my being. Look away from all the things that distract you. In other words, if you were preparing a meal for some people coming over and you were going to have some filet mignon or some kind of special steak, you would cut the fat, wouldn't you? You cut all, like how the butcher cuts the fat. You're cutting the fat out of your life, and you're just going to have the filet or whatever it is that you're making for your company. You're just going to have the best part there, okay? So you look away from all that distracts. And this goes also with those scriptures that say, in Proverbs, don't look at the wine in the light and adore its beauty. And for the men, don't look at a woman and I forget how it says it, but don't adore her in your heart, her beauty, all these type of things, because it captures your heart. And then you're kind of hooked in, and it's hard to look away. It kind of captures, it takes part of your heart. So look away, number one, to fix permanently your eyes on the trail, on the Lord, so that you will see clearly. The Lord wants you to be able to see him clearly. So this is the goal of this verse, is for you to see clearly Jesus Christ, who is your personal source, your personal defender, your personal redeemer, your personal advocate, your personal everything, and finisher of your faith. See, he's everything. And so when your eyes and heart and mind are fixed on him, you're going to start to see him clearly, and it's going to be a game changer for you. So some people out there really need to let go of some distractions, and no matter what they are or how wonderful they seem, everything that Satan dangles in front of you, he's a liar. He is the father of lies. And God is using him to test you and train you and grow you up. So whatever it is he's dangling in front of you, it's a lie at some level. So that should be the motivation enough for you to turn away, okay, to look away. So we're going to look away from all distractions. We're going to fix our eyes on Christ, and eventually we're going to see him clearly. That is his will for us. So I hope you've enjoyed this topic that I've talked about today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that gave you more of a real life application of all the things that I've talked about today. Okay, y'all leave comments, send me messages on Gmail if you need to. I'm here to help you. And so I hope y'all have a great day, and God bless you.